because most people have trauma associated with their parents. That's the deepest one. They are our teachers, and they are the earth angels that have come here to bring us even the most difficult experiences, the relationship with the parents, the relationship with the world.
The hardest thing is to accept them as they are. Even if that means you're not talking to them because you feel like they're not loving you in the way that you would like to be loved. Hi guys, welcome to now what we call the New Earth. We were the conscious kingdom, but after a few tweaks and a bit of evolvement, we are now here, and we want to invite you into this new earth and tell you what it really is all about and what it means from our perspective and how you can join us on this pilgrimage.
I haven't spoken to my father for a while because of past challenges growing up. He's getting old, and I feel if we don't resolve things, I will never get the chance. What should I do? It's so difficult to forgive or forget.
You know, I can relate to this question because it's something that I'm literally experiencing right now, and I feel like there's no coincidences in life for why things come to you. And I'm reading this book. I saw it and I picked it up and I'm starting reading it, and it's about a rabbi, really a well-known rabbi who is talking about death, and he's obviously helped many people transition into the afterlife, and he speaks about his own father, and we all have this perception that, you know, when they're on their deathbed, that's when they'll change and we'll come together and you know, they'll change and understand what I'm about, and etc. etc. And he says it just doesn't work that way. How you live in life is how you die. I'm sure he says it very poignantly. And so it's not to wait to think that they're going to change when they're deathbed. In fact, they're going to be more so than they are. And to think that you need to wait for that moment, that you're going to get some clarity, is to set yourself up for failure. So really, it's the hardest thing is to accept them as they are. Even if that means you're not talking to them because you feel like they're not loving you in the way that you would like to be loved, or to be seen the way you'd like to be seen, or accepted for the way you want to be accepted because of where they are at in their evolvement in their life, you know, in their soul journey. So when you accept that and come from your heart, come from love, you know it's not about changing them and waiting for something from them. Now you can approach them and just say, look, you know, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this battle. I'm feeling this conflict. You may understand, may you not. You know, I love you because you've given me the
life.
The life.
And that's all they're meant to give you.
You give me that life, and you've given me the pains and the heartaches, and you did the best you can, or you didn't, whatever, in order for me to prepare myself for life the way it is, and to give me the life or where I'm at. And if you're not in a victim state of mind, you're not going, I'm blaming you for this or blaming you for that. Obviously, you can't be in your heart then. You need to own yourself because you're not that child anymore. To be an adult, to have an adult conversation. If you're still the child who's still wounded, you're going to be talking to your parent. But once you've done that work, you can really have a real conversation as an adult to an adult, and to accept them for who they are, that they did the best they could. And resolve it with yourself, even if they understand or not.
Well, for me, this was a very acute situation. It was acute issue while I was traveling in Egypt, and the feeling related to my parents came up so strongly, and that was a feeling of betrayal, because I felt that was quite a deep one, and it took me a bit of time to relive that again and to own my pain, but coming to the terms and realizing that they were there as an example of who to be and who not to be. And when you have that valuable example in front of you, then you get to choose. And what do you choose? Who do you choose to be? And there, we believe that, you know, the souls have called themselves into your experience in order to serve a part. And so some souls, like the ones that bring us the difficult experiences, take on the burden or the heaviness of being the bad guy, let's put it this way, and putting you through the challenges. And in the depth of it all, they're doing it out of complete and utter love, because those experiences, those challenges, the most difficult times, they almost jumpstart your resilience and your compassion and your love so much that the perfect and beautiful experience might not be able to do. So they are our teachers, and they are the earth angels that have come here to bring us even the most difficult experiences that we have signed up to, by the way. We have asked for that. That was our contract before we came to Earth, so that we may then access our true potential through those challenges.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as bad or good experience. It's just us humans that are coming with those.
We just need to change our
ideas.
perspective, and it's just changing the perspective. As simple as a little switch in order to go from victim to, it's not even to say victor, but it just means that you're owning your life and you're not blaming and not taking responsibility. As soon as you start to do that, that means the healing begins. And once the healing begins, then all of your questions will be answered. All of the pain and troubles that you think you are seeking, you're living your life by, will disappear.
This is such a vulnerable question for most people, because most people have trauma associated with their parents. That's the deepest one. And even in the Hoffman process, they talk about the relationship with your parents, because the relationship with the parents is the relationship with the world. So
exactly. So you got to think, when I say that to people, relationship with your parents is what you have with the world, they kind of go, God, I hope not.
Or half of the world.
Obviously your father is one half, mother, because they are your first realization to what the world is, right? And when you're that vulnerable, your whole life is dependent on them. Your whole survival is dependent on them. So it really, it reinforces, every move, every action they've taken, it can be very traumatic at that age. And it doesn't matter how perfect you think you got it right as a parent, that child will leave away with some horror story and can shape their decisions because of a moment that happened. So once you own yourself and you take responsibility, that moment will dissolve, and you're not living through that pair of glasses anymore. It will dissipate, and you don't bring into that reality anymore, that pain and anguish. You can have a fulfilling relationship with other people, and you're not projecting that pain onto your workplace or whatever you're in.
What a beautiful question.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for asking it.